Hello, welcome. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Jojo, and you can feel free to hang your coat on the rack over there and take a seat and settle in. Did you have any trouble finding the place? No? Good, good. Yeah, we're a little bit tucked away back here, so I know sometimes people have struggled to locate us, but you are right on time. Now, before your appointment, I had some time to review your intake folder, but before we get started, I think I'd like to hear in your own words what's been going on. I understand you've been having some difficulty sleeping. Well, that's not unusual among the patients that we treat here at our holistic sleep clinic. And I think you'll find we have a variety of tools at hand to remedy such situations and hopefully get you sleeping better. Yes, yes. I think what I would like to start with is a little bit of our special patented spray. This spray is used to temporarily make your aura, which is typically invisible to the naked eye, visible for us. And that allows us to briefly diagnose at a glance where there might be some imbalances, some blockages, any sort of psychical abnormalities that might be affecting your ability to sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly spray. You may close your eyes if you wish, although it is not irritating to the eyes, so even if some of the spray gets in there, you shouldn't feel any discomfort. If you could just hold still for a moment. Okay. One more time. Yes. Okay. Starting to become clearer now. If you don't mind, I'm going to spray you just one more time. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, that certainly leads me to a certain conclusion. It is something that we don't necessarily see on a daily basis, but perhaps 1 to 2 cases a year come across our path. Just in order to make sure of my diagnosis, I would like to do one more diagnostic test. This diagnostic test is going to be more visual on your end, and what it involves is this device that we have invented at our clinic. Colloquially, we call this the world egg. But what it actually does, in fact, is it focuses your gaze on a single point. And it also allows me to see any shadows, or what we sometimes call secondary pupils, alongside your actual physical pupils. Now, what does it mean if I see secondary pupillary shadows in your eyes? Well, what it means is that you may have a little spirit dwelling inside you. Not necessarily cause for alarm. Spirits vary in their motivations and dispositions, just as human beings do. And in fact, we find that many of the spirits our patients are infected with are actually beneficial or intend to be beneficial. Yes, I apologize. You might hear some of the noise in the adjacent room, some of our other clinicians bustling about. We are fortunately growing by leaps and bounds, so we have a lot of patients at any given time, and that's of course good for us as a clinic, but I think also good for the community, because a well-rested community is a happy community. Now, let us return to the world egg. What I would like you to do is I would like you to follow it with your eyes. Stare very fixedly at it, and I will be checking along the whites of your eyes for any of those pupillary shadows that I mentioned. So first I'm going to take it up. Please stare fixedly at this point, and I will be taking a look at your eyes. Possibly right there. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to take it down into the other side. Yes, just go ahead. Keep following the world egg. All right. Let's see. A bit inconclusive. Let's try and take it over now to this side. You're doing very well. I really appreciate your cooperation. Almost definitely. Okay, next I'm going to take it up into the opposite corner. So what I'm seeing here are some definite signs of secondary pupillary shadows. What that means is that you most likely do have a spirit dwelling inside you. And from the looks of things, based on the quality, the color, and the consistency of the shadow I'm seeing, it is what we at our clinic commonly refer to as a wake spirit. Now, what does a wake spirit do? A wake spirit is actually not harmful in the slightest. It is not malicious. It has no ill intent. Actually, a wake spirit is intended to benefit you. A wake spirit senses when a human soul is overburdened, when you are dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of tasks that you must accomplish, a lot of trials and tribulations that you must respond to, when you must remain in an active and alert state for an extended period of time. The wake spirit latches on to assist you in remaining awake and alert. Unfortunately, sometimes that can persist beyond the point where it is helpful. So, for example, a wake spirit might latch onto you for years and years following some sort of trauma, or it might remain active even in the evening hours when what you most need is to wind down and to rest. So, what we are going to do is we are not going to expel the wake spirit. What we are going to do is we are going to convince it that there is a right time and a wrong time to be stimulating your chakras, and that at night it needs to desist and allow you to sleep. Yes. Now it's very easy. What we start with is we start with a simple incense purification. This is sage. It is actually triple potency. We use it only here, sell it only here, not available on the mass market. And what I'm going to do with this sage is I'm going to light it. Once more, I'm going to light it. Until it shows a fine orange glow at the tip, which means that the sage has become activated. And now I am just going to wave it over you. Yes. Yes, spirits, wake spirits included, are not necessarily driven out by sage, but it certainly draws their attention. This is a spell they commonly associate with communications from the mortal world. When your wake spirit smells this, the spirit will be alerted to the fact that there is someone in the mortal realm who needs to communicate with them, and it would be best for them to pay attention. It also smells quite nice as well, right? In order for me to communicate more directly with the spirit, what I need you to do is I need you to calm your conscious mind. I know this is a difficult task given the fact that what we are dealing with here today is your inability to calm your conscious mind and actually fall asleep, but I would like you to try your best. Perhaps if you could just close your eyes. Good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to clear your mind and inhale deeply for a count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 2. And now exhale for a count of 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Once more, inhale for a count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2. And exhale for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time, inhale for a count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold for 2. Now exhale for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. We are going to keep this sage burning for the remainder of our session today. Good. Now the tool I am going to bring out next is not one that we have patented ourselves. It is one that we have adopted from the Tibetan tradition. It's a chime of quite considerable size, as you will see. And with this chime, we will soothe the spirit. We will prevail upon the spirit to tone back its activity, to lessen the amount of stimulation it is exerting on your chakras, and to allow you to rest comfortably. I am going to strike the chime, and then I am going to issue some simple commands to the spirit, intermingled with some words of praise, so it knows that we are not hostile, that we appreciate what it has been attempting to do for you, and that we only wish for it to modulate its efforts. We thank you for your aid, and we ask that you be still. We thank you for your aid, and we ask that you be still. We thank you for your aid, and we ask that you be still. Tomorrow there will be battles to fight, but now it is time to rest. Tomorrow there will be battles to fight, but now it is time to rest. Tomorrow there will be battles to fight, but now it is time to rest. I welcome you within me, but my energy is my own. I welcome you within me, but my energy is my own. I welcome you within me, but my energy is my own. I ask not that you depart, but only that you remain silent for a time. I ask that not that you depart, but only that you remain silent for a time. I ask not that you depart, but only that you remain silent for a time. Rest. Rest. How are you feeling? Yes. Yes, the sensation you might be experiencing now is that wake spirit withdrawing deeper within your subconscious to enable your conscious mind to digest all of the information it has taken in today and to prepare itself for restoration. Yes, you are likely feeling very drowsy, and to that end, we provide you one of our beds in the adjacent room to sleep as long as you would like. We are open all night and into the next morning, so if you choose to stay the night, that is of course your choice, and there will be no additional charge. Your wake spirit has now been informed that it needs to exercise moderation in its activities, and that it should allow you to rest as well as to act. I sense consensus and understanding, and no small amount of regret and apology from your wake spirit. However, if it does happen to once again become overactive, you may feel free to come in again as many times as you need. Yes. Very good. Well then, I will now leave you. Please rest as long as you would like.